Hello, my name is Aaron. This is my vlog, and I wrote a book. And it is Monday, January 15th, 2024, and that book is published. It is out in the world via Kindle, via paperback, and as I said in one of my postings somewhere, if you're bougie, bourgeoisie, if you will, for those who like the whole word to be said, the hardback version is available as well, although that one takes a little longer to get. And so it's there, but it's not do the paperback version. It's more cheaper, and it will get to you faster because of how it's printed and put together through Amazon KDP in the book process. So my book is published. Today I officially can say I'm a published author of a novel, that it is available and out in the world, and you can get it. I'll put links again down there. It's exciting. I was talking in one of my Discord rooms I'm a member of, Isaac Marion, who is a legit author on his own, who has done 4 books in the Warm Bodies series. You're probably very familiar with the first one, Warm Bodies, which was made into a movie, which is a really good movie. The book is better, obviously. Let's just be honest, because I might actually do a series on Warm Bodies here on the channel, just because I have a deep appreciation for the writing that was done and the narration that was done with R, who's the zombie, and Julie, who's the human character, and the interplay that happens between them, and a lot of the symbolism and all the cool, like, literary stuff that goes into this kind of thing. I get a kick out of it. So I was in one of his channels where I've been promoting my book a little bit there, and someone was saying, "Oh, I got notification that it's been published," and I was like, "Oh, yay!" And then I said, I'm excited, but I'm also terrified. And their response was, well, you should focus on the excitement. I said, you're right, yes. But the reason why there's that terror or that fear or that anxiety or that kind of just like that deep breath before something big and earth-shaking and like world-shattering and reality-breaking happens, this book is now out in the world. And whatever edits I missed, whatever things my editor missed, it didn't go through a professional publishing house. It went through like 1 or 2 layers. I had some people do a little bit like, there's going to be things that I'm going to catch or you're going to catch, and I can probably go back and fix the manuscript and update it for the next printings that happen. But there's that fear of like, oh, I hope people just at least like it. Like, they don't have to love it, but that there's just that want. I guess it comes back to, I talked about in one of the earlier videos, like that need for validation. Like the need for validation that drove me to first try and get it picked up by an actual, agent, and then get to a house. There was that need for validation there. I gave up on that need for validation, and I let that go. And now it's that also that subconscious and even conscious of, I hope people like what I've done. I hope that they at least are appreciative of what I've written. They may not like it, but at least they'll be like, man, you made a novel, you wrote and did the thing. And so there's that kind of duality of excited, and I'm a published author for the first time in 41 years of my grown life. But there's also that I'm a published author, and now come the reviews, and comes the feedback, and comes the people who are going to read it, and they're going to have reactions, and they're going to do all these things. That, I think, is the struggle of any author. I think as you probably get bigger, like a Stephen King, Dean Koontz, maybe that doesn't go away. Maybe that fear with the publication of your next novel, maybe that doesn't go away. I don't know. I'm just a one-time author so far, with hopes of more. I got at least three stories in the work, with a sequel for 7 days in the works as well. But it's just that, and maybe that's the artistry piece of us. If you're an artist and you paint or you draw or you whatever artistic, songwriting, song performing, acting, all the various arts that we take part in, maybe that's just a thing we struggle with. But once we put our product out into the world, be it either staging, producing, singing, acting, whatever, we all have that exhilaration, but we also have that terrifying reality of, oh man, it's out in the world now, and people are going to take and interpret it and react to it and rate it and review it and find all the things wrong with it, or so. It's just that it's that human thing where we want it to be perfect, but we also know that we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so that's the struggle. That's the piece that I'm in today. It's day one, and then we've got a lot more days ahead of trying to get this book to be beyond my inner circle of friends and my family and my Facebook friends and my Twitter groups. And my hope is that this story will have legs and will grow and go and move and shake and reach out into the world. And then there's that fear of, it could get out there and someone will read it and oh my gosh. I think it's humanity. Humanity is always worried. We have that pride of I did a thing and I want it to be amazing. And so, yeah, this is kind of what you've just observed in the last 5.5 minutes, is that the inner workings of a writer or any kind of artist who creates, that you're just like, it's out now and it's going to be judged. It's going to be, people are going to put their hands on it and their eyes on it, and I have to accept whatever they feel, react, experience in reading that book. That's why it's terrifying, but it's also exciting. And I'm leaning into the excitement thanks to the person who was giving me the advice in Isaac Marion's Discord, which I'm a part of because I support him through Patreon. So if you're interested, you should search up Isaac Marion and search out his adventures. His author story is a fascinating one, and at some point I would love to sit down with him and talk through that in a way that is not trying to like patronize him, but also trying to be like, his experience was real and it was hard. He wrote Warm Bodies, had a movie, wrote the rest of the series, and experienced the highs and the lows and the heartbreaks and where he is now, which is a fascinating and interesting place. You should check him out. Go Google Isaac Marion, go to his website. You can find out his story on his blog website. If you're interested in supporting him as an artist, there is a Patreon you can go to and support. I'll put the links down there. And he's just a cool dude. There's probably things that he and I disagree on, but it's really cool to kind of journey with him in his experience as he's continued on his artistic journey as a writer and as a YouTube producer and everything else. He's got a YouTube channel. It's an interesting perspective on how the arts sometimes can work, but also how sometimes they don't for us as creators. So it's a really interesting study. So I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you with the encouragement to go check out Isaac Marion. He's a really cool dude, and I'm in awe of his artistic creation that he built, and I'm also in awe of just his spirit and his courage and his strength as a creative guy who is continuing his journey and continues to entertain us with great stuff and cool things. So that's all I have for you today. I'll put all the links down there. Buy my book. Spread the word. If you like it, if you read it and you go, man, this is actually pretty good, tell your friends, tell your family, tell the world, because I'm already writing a sequel and I feel like there's a lot of story to be told here, and I want people to read these stories and to know that every story matters, including yours. And if no one's told you lately, I love you and I like you just the way you are. We'll see you in the next video.